Hello guys, good afternoon, thanks for joining us. We're obviously not laughing because we're not allowed to laugh on this channel because people take offence to it, but we just thought we'd bring you a little update from the Eurotunnel. Kent's gridlocked, Dover's gridlocked, roads into Dover you can't get into, Manston's gridlocked, mass testing going on somewhere, but yet Eurotunnel is empty. So just the odd few vans flitting around. So here we are, live at the Eurotunnel. Not a sausage. But yet, Operation Stack is gridlocked. Absolutely crackers. So I don't understand how the mass testing is working or anything else on why Eurotunnel can be empty. It is absolutely madness because the people that had the tests can't get to the ports, and the people that haven't got the tests can't get out of the ports. But yet Eurotunnel is empty. Explain that one. M20 totally deserted in this section. Totally closed all the way down from Ashford right the way down to the Eurotunnel. Letting the odd few cars in and that's it. So this is Eurotunnel at Folkestone. The results should be within 15 minutes. That's what the government are saying, these new super tests. But we saw a number of lorries this morning. We saw a number of coaches this morning. Now, the police turned around and assured us that there was mass testing going to go on down on the A249, down near Sittingbourne, or just up between the M2 and the A249, and then they were going to feed them onto the M20 so they could get back down to Dover or onto the M2. So obviously these coaches went all the way from Manston, bearing in mind they'd already been on the road, like we explained the situation this morning. Police officers said, yeah, not a problem, that's not acceptable, children, everything else, we'll try and do something about that. There'll be a mass testing site set up. All these coaches made their way all the way down there, and have a guess what? No testing. They all stop on the motorway. Police officer comes along, turns around and says, not our responsibility to organise the tests. You've got to go and find a test privately in order to get home. So probably a lot of them people now aren't going to make it home for Christmas anyway, because it takes two and a half days to travel. Along with whether or not they're going to get a test. So here we are. We haven't heard about a warship. Well, we had an idea and we thought, why don't you test everyone at the Eurotunnel, set up a testing station, an actual testing station where they process the tests at the port of Dover. If you hand out a test when you drive into Operation Brock, the police car then blue lights them down to Dover. By the time the lorry drivers have all been let through, those tests should by rights, if it's 15 minutes per test, should have been processed, and they would have then had their tests, so there wouldn't have been a problem. If there was an issue, they would have some sort of control over that as well, because they could then keep control of the people that are tested positive, because they could isolate them in the port, out the way, and then obviously process them as is. But you've got a few sneaky people that are sneaking in. I don't know if they're going to get in, or this is just purely freight. We don't know where the cars are, we don't really do the car bit. But like I said, I thought we'd just give you a little sneaky beaky of what it's like down at the Eurotunnel. I was expecting our normal queues of lorries and escorts and things, but Not a dicky bird, not a sausage. We'll show you the other side as well if you want. We'll move you over, or just wait because there's a load of cars over there. So. We're going to move over this way here. We'll show you. We'll show you what the M20 is like, what it's actually like at the moment. Not a sausage, look. Bear with. Give you a nice area to look at. Here we are. This is the M20 live. All the other back roads gridlocked. M20, nothing. Here it is there, look. Here we are. Not even the builders today, look, not even the builders with their barrier that they've been building for 3 months. Borders are now open. Surely it's down to the English or the British or whatever we're calling ourselves to organise the testing. Boris said 6,000 tests. So where are the 6,000? Surely, if there's 4,000 lorries and there's 6,000 tests, surely then everything would be there. Should all be in place. But there are tests being done. There's tests being done at Manston all night and all day. So surely there must be. So here we are, empty. Got a couple of guys up there looking to break into the tunnel by the looks of it. But apart from that, that's it. Here we are, people. Our residential roads are gridlocked, you are right. Here we are. Am I going to Dover? I'm in bed. I've been up. You know I was down at Dover. At 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. What you got to understand is though, this is common sense, isn't it? Because this is going to be an everyday occurrence now. So every lorry driver that turns up with his load, tips his load, if he's out for more than 3 days and he hasn't got a valid COVID test, he's got to go for another test again. So 10,000 lorries a day, they're going to obviously have to be testing 24/7 in order to keep the ports moving. So just the odd few here. We can't get to speak to them because we're a bit too far away. But like I said, I was a bit shocked. I was expecting it to be like rammed. So there you go, people. This is the Eurotunnel down at Folkestone. Hardware sausage. I've been wearing a mask, look. I'm not silly. You English, you Polish there. Don't think it's about people resigning. I think it's about people taking responsibility and actually following through. I think if the truth be known, I think when Pretty Patel got the figures, I think that lady, I can't remember what her name is, she slipped my mind. The one who works for Labour. Somebody give me a nudge with it. I can't remember. The one that can't count. What was her name? I've lost it. Come on, there's 600 of it. There must be. You must know who she is. The Hackney MP. Who's the MP for Hackney? I know we're in Kent, but tell me who them. Diane Abbott, that's it. Diane Abbott's been doing her counting again. Because according to Pretty Patel the other day, there was only 127 lorries on the M20. So if they've moved them up to Manston, how can that multiply to 4,000? But yet, we've had hardly any boats in or out because they can't get in and out. But yeah, Manston is definitely full. That's full to the brim. Our websites are all back up and running as well. We've managed to get them tweaks. That's uknip.co.uk, kent999.co.uk. Like our pages. That'd be helpful. Support us. And we will try and update you with something else later. We'll have a little look around. I'm being asked again where I am. For people watching, I'm at the Eurotunnel down at Folkestone at the freight terminal, where obviously all the lorries check in, but there's not sausage. I haven't been back up. I was up at Manston earlier. They like us at Manston. Organised chaos up there. So here we are. Got Kent Police there. Maybe they're looking to. Don't know. Here we are. It's all green. They're waiting for your custom. But don't turn up unless you have a COVID certificate that says negative. And I don't want you cheating, going to the chemist and getting one of those pregnancy tests and saying, look, it's negative. It doesn't count. No pregnancy tests will be accepted. Got to be a COVID test. And no getting a text from your friends either, because the police are checking that. They're checking the ID and everything else as well. And if you're caught, they just send you to the back of the queue. So there are some police going up and down. I don't know what they're doing because they haven't brought a lot up, but they look like local officers. I'm missing my comments, bear with me. We're on sausage patrol today, absolutely. Not a silly sausage. So there we are, guys. We will leave you there. Please support our pages. Please like them. Share them with your granny. It'll give us something to read. uknip.co.uk, kent999.co.uk. It'd be really, really helpful. And if you're in London, London 999. If you're anywhere else, it'd be great. In Shropshire, just go on UKNIP then. Give one of the ads a little click for me. Always helps, you know. Christmas and all that. Time of giving. So there's a few more vans coming down. No lorry. No. I said no going to get a pregnancy test and taking that down the port saying it's negative, because that doesn't count. No pregnancy tests will be accepted, the police said last night. We should all be looking after the old lorry drivers, absolutely. What we have to moan about on the M20, they do a splendid job, and I think we do need to recognise. Do you know what I mean? They kept us going. They probably have kept us going all through COVID, and probably still will during the lockdown that's about to come in Boxing Day. We're everywhere. I don't know if there's any lorry drivers watching this. I don't know if anyone's up at Manston that can see us. It's not boring, because I wanted to know how the ports were handling it. Obviously, after this morning, a lot of testing's gone on. Just wanted to see what the traffic was like. So obviously, traffic's been sorted here, but it's the first lorry I've seen go past. There's a lorry gone past. We know that the pregnancy test is nothing like a COVID test, Kerry, but you can have a bit of a sense of humour as well. Essex 999 as well, if you're watching in Essex. So we're going to look at that, give you a few more other stories, a bit of flavour. We've got some drivers coming up here, I think. I'm going to try and talk to them. And then we'll do the indicator test. Well, this is what we were saying. 10,000 lorry drivers every day have to be tested, and bearing in mind the port shuts on the 25th, so there'll be no travel on the 25th either, so you're going to have a bit of a backlog on there. That's an additional 10,000 tests that we're going to have to put on the pressure of the testers. And does that also mean that people coming into the country will have to have a COVID test as well? So will that also mean that the freight coming in and the cars coming in, all of that's going to take time to be checked? We'll go down and see these guys. So here we are. You good? Where are you guys from? Where you come from? From Poland. Have you managed to get a test? Have you managed to get a test? No test. So you're here for Christmas. What are you going to do? How long have you been here for? How many days have you waited now? Are you lorry or little? Little vans. So Friday. What, waiting for the test?
I have a load on Monday. On Monday, France closed the border.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. Well, how are you going to find it? Obviously coming back and forth, having to keep being tested. Will you still come over, or does it put you off?
Now I know my situation. Testing about 20, about 90.
So you can't get a test, basically?
Yeah.
So you've tried, you can't get one. I mean, Have you heard about all this mass testing? Have you seen any of this mass testing taking place? The quick test, the 15-minute test.
We don't see it.
You haven't seen it?
Yeah.
Do you think we haven't seen it? I just wondered if you'd seen it or you've been offered it. No. What are your families? How are your families handling it? Obviously, you haven't been home, have you? I mean, you taking goods, but you obviously bring goods over and you can come back with goods.
Come back.
So you come back with a load to go back to Poland, yeah? So obviously all those parcels, they're all stuck in the lorry. So you've got customers still waiting on goods as well. What are you guys going to do for Christmas if you can't get back?
Not possible.
Mackie D's.
We drive about 3 days, 2 days.
Whereabouts in Poland are you from? North or north? Dobra, somewhere like that, further up.
What?
Near Dobra?
Near Gdańsk.
Gdańsk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Gdańsk.
Near Baltic Sea.
Yeah, yeah. And the forest.
Yeah.
And the police with the speed guns as you go through the villages. So here we are down there, a few more people down there. So like I said, guys, we're going to come up, we're going to try and find some other things to have a look at.